everyone, welcome to Go Get My Guru. Before proceeding with the today's session, let's have a look at the agenda for today. So what are Python array? Arrays are nothing but they are used to store multiple values of the same type. So when we have a list in Python, what is the use of array? So arrays are similar to lists in Python. Only difference between these two is how the values are stored. List stores dissimilar types of values, similar type of values. So you can have only integer array or float array or strings array. So that is the main difference between these two types, list and array. Arrays are memory efficient than lists. So now we know what is array and difference between the list and array. Whether Python has a built-in array? No. You have to import this array from array module. So how you can import? I hope all of you know how to import modules. Array as array. So this is one method of importing array. And the second method is if you don't want to write array all the time, you can import this from array and then use import start. So this asterisk tells you that you can use all the functions of the array module. You can make use of any of these two. Now that we know how to import array module, now let's know the syntax. So what is the syntax for creating an array? Array name. So give the name of your array, that is equal to array, and then you have to give type code comma initializers. So this is the syntax for your creating array. So this is how you create an array. So this line number 4 holds good if you are importing your array like line number 3. If you are using import array as array, let's say you have to write same thing. Here you need to have array dot array. So this is the syntax for creating an array. So what is this type code here? As I said, array stores similar type of data. So if you are going to use integer data type, you need to mention the type code for that particular integer data. How we can know what is the type code for integer, float or characters? So take a look at this table. Here we have first column is for type code and third column is for Python data type and the last column represents minimum size in bytes. So these are similar to C data types. If you want to use signed integer I, unsigned integer capital I, if you want to use float which is of double, and you can make use of type code D. So you can refer to this table and make use of data types for creating an array. So let's take a scenario of office wherein we'll create an array which holds salary of employees. So for this, we'll be making use of integer data type. So let's start creating an array. So let's make use of importing from array module. So let's create an array of salary. Salary is equal to what we have to give? We have to give array and then type of our array. I'll mention it as I, that is integer type, and then we have to initializers we have to mention. So for that, let's say I'll give 2, 3, 4 and 5. For time being, assume that 2 is for 2 lakhs, 3 is for 3 lakhs, 4 is for 4 lakhs. Now we want to print this array. So how we can print? It's just simple, print and your array name. Now let's check whether we get our array. So here you can note that we have got array which is printed along with the salaries of all the employees. So for the time being, we have taken only 4 employee salary. Now that we have created array, so what if I want to print the salaries of employees one by one? So how I can do that? To do that, we have to go for loop or any other loop, whichever you wish. So for I in range. I have to give here 4. So next, let's print this. Print salary of I. So it will print salaries of employees one by one. Run this. So here you can see that we have got salaries of employees which are printed one after the other. So now let us discuss about accessing array elements. So how we can access? We can go for indexing here. Suppose I want to access the first element of array. So let's just use print salary of. So here let's take a statement, salary of first person. Let's try to print this. So we'll comment all these lines. So here you can see that salary of first person is 2. That means 2 lakhs you assume. Now we know how to access individual elements. What if I want to access the salaries of first 3 persons? So how I can do that? So that again here comes range. So let's say print salary of first 3 persons. So what I have to give? Salary and then 2. So here we have to give colon. So let's say we should print first 3 persons salary, first 3 employees salary. So what we should get 2, 3 and 4. Let's try to print this. So here in the second line you can see that we have got only 2 salaries but we need to print 3 salaries. Salaries of 3 employees. Why am I getting only 2 values here? Let's go back to code. So here you can see that indexing always we should add one value plus. So now let's run this. Now you can see that we have got 2, 3 and 4 lakhs. So now let's say salary of a second person has got increased. So he has got some promotion and his salary has been increased to 4 lakhs. So now how can I make the change in this array, original array? Again I have to make use of indexing here. So changing values. So we have to change the salary of second person. For that, let's say salary. So salary of second person here is 3 lakhs. But when I say second person, it becomes first because array indexing starts from 0. So I have to give here indexing number as 1 is equal to let's say 4. Now let's print this array now. So salary, let's say new salary of employee, take colon here, comma salary. Let's run this. So let me comment these 2 lines first. So now here you can see that salary of second person also increased to 4. So we have changed the value in this array. Now let's assume that one more person has been employed to the company. Now we want to add his salary to this array, our original array. So how we can do that? We can do that using append method. So this is my original array. Now I need to append one more employee salary here. Now let's run this. So here you can see that we have appended a new employee salary to our original array using append method. So this append method is used to add only one employee salary. Suppose assume that 3 more employees have been employed to this company and we want to add their salaries also in this array. So how we can do that? We can do that by using extend method. So let's say salary dot we have to use extend. Extend salaries of whatever values you want to provide you can give. Let me say I'll give you 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs and 8 lakhs respectively. So now let's print this salary again. Run this and check. So here you can see that 3 more persons salary got added to this array. Now assume that one of the employee has been removed from this company. Let's have the original array itself. So here we are having salary of 4 employees. Let's say one employee has been removed from the company. we need to delete his salary amount from this array. So how we can do that? So let's say we want to delete a salary of second person, that is index number 1. So here you can give delete salary of 1 and print updated array salary. Let's run this. So here you can see that we have got only 3 salaries. One salary of second employee has been removed from this array. We can make use of pop method and remove method to remove values from this array. So let's use pop method here. So salary dot pop, give the index number of the salary you want to remove, and then let's print this new salary. Let's run this. So here you can see that 5 lakhs has been removed from this array. And we can make use of remove method also to remove an item from this array. I hope you guys are clear with array concept we have discussed, and you also know the basic difference between array and list by now. So lists are more flexible than arrays in Python because in list you can have a different types of elements, be it an integer, float or string. But in array you need to have a values of similar type. So when I said arrays, so when we know that lists are more flexible than arrays, so what is the use of creating an array in Python? Why they have created array module? So whenever you know that in your program array is not going to change, or a list of items which you are fixed, you are not going to change that list or array throughout the program. In that case you can go for arrays than lists because array are space efficient and also they use less memory and they are faster compared to list. I hope now you are clear where to use arrays, where to use lists. Unless until usage of array is really needed, you can use list instead of arrays. We'll see you again in the next session with lots of Python concepts.
Thanks for watching. Do like and share our videos. Happy learning.
Subscribe to Go Get My Guru channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to receive regular updates.